Hey guys, welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast, your free daily guide for inner child healing and repairing the relationship with yourself. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine and is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading, followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful binaural beats meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you can join us today on this journey of healing, self-expression, and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. As a celebration of recently passing episode 500, I've opened up a free membership tier for our Patreon community. And this is so that you can access additional resources as well as join our weekly Zoom support calls for free. I understand that there's a lot going on in the world right now, and I know that so many people are really struggling. And so my hope with this is to encourage others to take up the serious work of reparenting and to offer a free community where people can do that. I'd also like to thank everyone who's been along for the journey so far. We've passed episode 550 and continuing beyond. And so this is just a reminder to you all that this is a free podcast, but if you'd like to support the project, you can purchase the Reparenting Daily Journal where you can follow us along all year. This 333-page journal gives you extra insight and resources for each week and also provides space for you to keep your notes. Another way to support the podcast is to purchase the Fairy Tales for Reparenting series, volumes 1 through 3. This collection organizes famous and obscure fairy tales from around the world into 3 phases of the hero's journey, from beginning, middle, to end. While you may think that fairy tales are for kids, I'd like to challenge you. These stories contain profound truths and lessons carried down over centuries that we can use in our own reparenting journeys. It's a fun way to reconnect with your inner child. Each volume comprises 10 fairy tales. Each volume also contains an analysis section that helps you dive deeper into the message, as well as journal prompts with space for you to keep your notes. Lastly, you can also support this podcast by taking a paid Patreon subscription, by purchasing some of the books that are available on Amazon, or by donating on Buy Me a Coffee. You can find all this information on the Support Us section on the website. Thank you again for your time. And so now with these announcements out of the way, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is an article entitled Understanding Patterns of Behavior, How the Hoffman Process Can Help, by the Hoffman Center, Australia. Just as a reminder, we are in January, and the theme for this month is self-awareness and reflection. We're in week 4, and the theme for this week is recognizing patterns of behavior. This article is quite long, so I will just read a portion of it. I might come back a few other days to touch on this, but you can always find the link in the show notes if you'd like to check it out in its entirety. Introduction to Patterns of Behavior. Defining behavioral patterns. Behavioral patterns are repetitive actions, thoughts, or feelings that individuals exhibit in response to specific situations. These patterns can be both positive and negative, influencing how we interact with the world around us. Understanding these patterns is crucial because they often operate subconsciously, guiding our decisions and reactions without us ever even realizing it. By bringing these patterns to the forefront of our awareness, we start to understand why we behave the way we do and make more informed choices. This awareness is the first step towards personal growth and emotional well-being. The impact of behavior patterns. Behavioral patterns significantly impact various aspects of our lives, including relationships, career, and personal happiness. Positive patterns can lead to success and fulfillment, while negative ones can create obstacles and perpetuate cycles of stress and dissatisfaction. For example, a pattern of avoiding conflict might lead us to unresolved issues in a relationship, whereas a pattern of overworking can result in burnout. Recognizing these patterns allows us to assess their impact and determine whether they serve our best interest. Understanding the broader implications of our behavior helps us to take proactive steps towards a more balanced and harmonious life. Why understanding patterns matters. Understanding patterns of behavior is essential for achieving lasting change and personal development. When we comprehend the underlying mechanisms driving our actions, we gain the power to alter them. This understanding enables us to break free from automatic responses that no longer serve us and to adopt healthier, more constructive behaviors. It also enhances our emotional intelligence, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with a greater sense of ease and resilience. By examining and understanding our patterns, we open the door to more conscious, intentional living. This foundational knowledge is crucial for anyone looking to make meaningful, lasting improvements in their life. Thank you, and that's the reading for today. Welcome back. Today's reading lays the groundwork. Patterns are not personality. They're programs. Behavioral patterns are repeated responses that run quietly in the background, often without our consent. They were learned, reinforced, and automated over time. The key insight here is that most of what we call who I am is actually what I learned to do to survive, cope, or to belong. Once you see that, blame loses its grip and responsibility takes its place. The reading makes it clear that patterns are powerful because they shape outcomes. Avoidance doesn't just avoid conflict, it accumulates it. Overworking doesn't just signal ambition, it drains the nervous system. Patterns compound. The longer they run unchecked, the more they feel inevitable. But inevitability is an illusion created by repetition. What's repeated feels permanent until it's interrupted. The most important takeaway is this: awareness precedes choice. You cannot change what you cannot see. Understanding patterns isn't about self-criticism. It's about reclaiming agency. When behavior moves from unconscious to conscious, you gain leverage. This is where emotional intelligence begins. Not with control, but with recognition. From here, real change becomes possible, not through force, but through informed intention. As we go on to the journal prompts for today, number 1, what is one behavior you repeat automatically when you feel stressed, threatened, or uncomfortable? Number 2, how has this pattern helped you in the past, and how might it be limiting you now? And number 3, what would become possible if you paused and chose differently the next time this pattern appeared? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself, and please do be well. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please find a place where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Just take some time to listen to yourself. Next, be sure that you are taking some time to be with your breath, to connect with your body. Don't be disturbed or overwhelmed by your thoughts. Simply allow them to pass. Just observe them. Do not engage with your thoughts. Only be mindful of them passing, as if they are drifting down a river. Use this time to connect with yourself. Whatever time of day you are listening to this, Namaste.